Chapter 14, Forging Body for Meridians, the Theory of Divine Power. Finally, she's here. Han Yi murmured to himself and then turned around. Not far behind him on the railing of the corridor, a beautiful woman dressed in a fitted dark blue training suit had appeared. It was the young lady, Liu Linky. There was no surprise in Han Ye's heart. On the contrary, he was very calm. Because while practicing his boxing here, he had prepared for the lady to discover him, even wanting her to witness it. It was impossible to hide the fact that he knew martial arts. It would inevitably be discovered. He couldn't possibly never practice boxing, right? Besides, he didn't think being discovered would be a bad thing. But on the surface, he still needed to maintain an appearance of panic. "Ah, young lady," Han Ye quickly displayed over-the-top acting, his eyes darting from side to side as if he had stolen something and was caught. He promptly lowered his head, displaying a fearful expression, and confessed, "Please spare me, young lady. It was just an accident. I happened to see the martial artists in the mansion practicing. And while I was watching, I had nothing to do, so I practiced a bit and just learned it." "You just practiced a bit and learned it?" Liu Linky looked at him suspiciously and repeated his words. Truth be told, she didn't believe anyone could watch once and practice the martial arts to his extent. But everything in front of her didn't look like he was lying. Han Ye's martial arts were very proficient, even better than many of her guards who had practiced boxing for years. How could someone with such a strong body and astounding comprehension exist? Was he truly a genius? Liu Linky sternly said, "Do you know the outcome of stealing martial arts from the mansion?" "I don't know. At the very least, your salary would be docket. Consider yourself lucky if you're not beaten to death." "Please forgive me, miss." Han Ye quickly lowered his head, looking remorseful. Seeing Han Ye's reaction, Liu Linky gently nodded, very pleased with his fear. He was afraid. This meant that he was a person who could be controlled. If Han Yi relied on his extraordinary talent to seize the top spot on the selection day, and acted arrogantly, then she would have to guard against him. Such a person would inevitably cause others to have their own agendas in the future. She suddenly shifted her tone and said, "However, considering it's your first offense, and you're truly repentant, I won't hold it against you." "Thank you, young lady. Thank you, young lady." Han Ye gratefully thanked her again. "You may rise." Liu Linky stared at the wooden stake that Han Yi had broken and pondered, "Since you have already learned the tiger arm fist in advance, it seems I have to change my original plan and teach you the forging body for Meridians ahead of schedule." "Forging body for Meridians?" Han Yi murmured. "That's right. If you want to officially begin the path of cultivation, the forging body for Meridians are absolutely indispensable. The 4 meridians of body forging, as an internal meridian, is divided into 4 volumes, corresponding to the 4 realms of body forging: flesh, muscles and bones, internal organs, and blood marrow, with a complete effect on building a solid foundation." This explanation made Han Yi vaguely understand a bit. If martial arts like Tiger Arm Fist were described as external martial arts, then the forging body for Meridians would be internal martial arts. Internal martial arts are far more rare and precious than external ones, and undoubtedly are the closely guarded secrets of all major martial arts halls. To cultivate the forging body for Meridians, in addition to a large amount of time, energy, and concentration required, you also need a certain talent to learn and see effects, Liu Linky added. Han Yi nodded, understanding completely. Just as Hall Master Hong Yuan had said, body forging is the foundation, the means, and spiritual roots affect the efficiency of cultivation, regarded as the pace. Only after practicing internal strength well could one possess strong abilities and foundation when entering the key cultivation realm. Some people say there's no substance in the key cultivation realm. However, that's not true. Some people cultivate very quickly, their realm improving rapidly. And because they think they have cultivated many spells, they dare to show off. But such people may not necessarily be a match for those cultivators whose true key is profound and whose cultivation is stable. Those cultivators with deep foundations, who accumulate strength over 8 or 10 years, can exert excellent power with a common palm. It's not to say that external skills and spells are unimportant, but that they should be balanced to achieve true strength. Only cultivators who have practiced both spells and foundations to a peak level are truly top-level experts. What's before Han Ye's eyes now is to first cultivate his body well. Then he would begin to sense Qi and formally start his cultivation. Liu Linke began to formally explain key points of martial arts. The 4 meridians of body forging can unlock your body's potential and act externally. The first volume, Flesh, when mastered, produces strong power equal to thunder. The second volume, Muscles and Bones, allows you to run like the wind with strong bones, greatly increasing your resistance to attacks, reaching the state of iron like skin and bones. The third volume, Internal Organs, when mastered, provides stable internal breath, uninterrupted vitality in your 5 abdominal organs and 6 hollow organs, greatly reducing your body's fatigue. Your breath is continuous and profound, giving you incredible stamina. However, only when you reach the 4th volume, Blood Marrow, can you truly undergo a complete transformation. If you can reach the blood marrow state, your Qi and blood will be vigorous. You will master Qi force, control your heartbeat, and even blood flow. After breaking through to the Qi cultivation realm, your strength will greatly outstrip cultivators of the same realm, enabling you to fight across realms. Lower rank cultivators can never be your match. Like this. After Liu Linke finished speaking, she concentrated her Qi into her right palm and breathed out sharply. Boom! As loud as thunder, she struck with one palm, creating a strong Qi wave. 10 steps away, a stone as tall as a person on the artificial mountain in the inner courtyard was instantly shattered under this Qi force. Feeling the residual Qi force in the air, Han Yi felt his scalp tingle, his face full of astonishment. This was the first time he saw a strong martial artist perform such a powerful technique in front of him. Liu Linke's cultivation should be on par with Hall Master Hong's. Both of them had perfectly built foundational body strength. When Liu Linke saw Han Ye's reaction, she calmly said, "This was just a crushing stone. It's nothing. If you can see a real divine power, it will probably surprise you even more. Beyond my imagination. What kind of novel haven I read in my previous life that you are telling me about?" Han Yi thought to himself. In your view, what is divine power? Like immortals, flying in the sky and burrowing into the ground? In front of her, Han Yi decided to be honest. He thought for a moment and then replied. Liu Linke shook her head. Flying and burrowing are nothing. Divine power is the ability to do what ordinary people can't, condensing air into fire, manipulating thunder and lightning. Sprawling sword Qi, holding a sea in a jade cup, flying in the universe. Transcending the material realm and hiding oneself from the mundane world. Practice diligently. I believe with your physical foundation, you should be able to quickly reach the blood marrow stage, and sensing Qi may not be impossible. Finally, she's gone. Watching Liu Linke's departing figure, Han Yi let out a sigh of relief. After teaching him the forging body for Meridians, she left. His goal had been achieved. It was to acquire more advanced martial arts. Next, as long as he cultivated these 4 meridians to perfection, he could start trying to sense Qi. At the same time, he needed to hasten his collection of attributes. He had already tasted the sweetness of the dragon-tiger physique. As long as he could collect the complete dragon-tiger physique, he had a premonition that even relying on physical strength alone, cultivators wouldn't be his match.